Part of why I fight definitely is to prove to myself that I'm stronger and I'm smarter and I'm braver than I am. Because back then, like when I used to get bullied, I'd be shaking, my knees would be shaking, my body would be shaking. Those same feelings still arise. Like I get the butterflies and I get that. I don't shake that much anymore. I know how to control it now. And it's not like controlling because I'm scared. It's controlling my adrenaline, controlling my flow. Because I know a lot of fighters, even at the highest level in the UFC, a few fighters who won't sleep the night before a fight or 2 days before a fight because they just in their own head.
You know, I mean, we love a good fight. This is part of the culture. Straight up. I mean, we're a country of a warrior race, the Modi. This is part of our culture.
There's too much on the line for myself that I put that pressure on myself that I make sure I can't lose and he can't win.
The black Kiwi's gonna fly all day. So for me, this really isn't for me. This is for like the young generation coming up who get to see someone they can relate to, someone who is of my essence, if you will, a combat athlete.
And I've just held on to that even throughout my whole career. Whenever things were whenever I wasn't, getting money or wasn't getting fights or I was losing motivation, like this might not actually work, I might not actually realize this dream. I always had that in the back of my mind.
It's amazing, it's phenomenal, and right now we're in this, so we don't really see the value of what we're doing. I do, but they don't. But one day when it's all said and done, they're gonna look back and be like, wow, we did this.
I feel like a vessel, and whatever is giving me that, the messages, the feels, I just roll with it. I never try and question it, because after my first one, I started trusting my instincts more, my gut instinct, because they're there for a reason. It's forcing you to make a change, and if you don't, you're gonna just stay stagnant and die. You don't evolve. So when it happens suddenly, but before that, there's a lot of pressure, outside pressure, and then you're forced to make a change. And then when it happens, it's almost like euphoria, like bliss. For me personally, everyone's is different, I'm sure. I get my kicked a lot, and this is what keeps me humble, because a lot of people don't understand the actual meaning of that word. They think it's being fake. Depends on you, really. It depends on what you want to do. Like a lot of people, even in entertainment, like music, acting, and sports, they fall off because they stop staying true to who they are. Quote from Ali makes sense to me now. Like, I'm the greatest. I said it before I knew I was, and I was saying it way back then, but didn't care if people believe me or not. I just said it because it made me feel great. It's all about how you see yourself, what anyone else thinks. And you can just tell when life puts pressure on you, you feel like you're under so much stress, and you just want to it's life trying to force you to make a move, to adjust, to move forward, and it can make you move back. A lot of people fall back, but for me, I had to move forward from that pressure, so I did. I'm not trying to pander to anyone. I'm not trying to make anyone my friends or be the, hey guys, like me. I don't care, honestly. Even when I walk out, I'm focused on me and my team at the back. I don't care about anyone, because they're fickle. At the end of the day, they're fickle. And because I'm so me, I'm just me. I don't try and be anything else. A lot of people can relate to me. And even those who can't, those who don't like me, they're still gonna watch because they want to see me fall. So it's gonna shoot my stock up all the way.
This is MMA. This is why I came into this game, because I didn't want some nerd in pajamas with a blue belt to be able to beat me up as a kickboxer. So I humbled myself, and I learned the game of grappling, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. I was just soaking everything up and just be real curious, like, how does that work? Ooh, let me try that, and I'll do it the next day, and I'll be successful at it. Or if I fail, I'll try it again.
Certain gyms I've been around the world, definitely that I'm glad I didn't find this place first, because I might have stayed because of the facility, but I wouldn't have liked the vibe or the culture they had. So for me, I lucked out. I put it that way. I lucked out.
I'm kind of set. I have one of the smartest men with money behind me who's, helping me flip my money the smart way, but it's not about money. I love money, don't get me wrong. I do this for the money, but it's not about money. This is about legacy. This is about martial arts. This is about learning. And yeah, I haven't lost that step. I'm still hungry.
Just imposing my will on someone else, even though they're trying to impose their will on me by trying to take me down, I impose my will on them by letting them not take me down.
I'm a guy who crosses over to the mainstream so easily, and I have this appeal that I know I've got that it thing.
I've done this for so long, man. My body just knows conflict now, so I'm like, all right. And when I'm backstage, when I start to get my hands wrapped and I can feel the nerves come through, I just breathe it away, control it like a flame. You fan it properly. It's all energy at the end of the day, so I still love that feeling.
I'm Nigerian. I've brought that whole nation. me and the three kings, the continent of Africa is on our back.
Growing up in Nigeria was, for me, a blessing, We moved from Nigeria in 2001, October, and that's when we first came to New Zealand. My upbringing was pretty standard Nigerian parent upbringing. You have to either be a lawyer, an accountant, a doctor, or a disappointment. And I was the latter. In the beginning, because like I said, I wasn't really doing too well in school. A lot of that happened through most of high school as well. And that's kind of, I guess, my desire to want to defend myself came from, was I hated feeling vulnerable in any situation. And I hated feeling like I was helpless, like I couldn't do anything. You see a lot of, for example, I use like dairy owners or taxi drivers who come from Sri Lanka or India or something, and they are medical doctors back home, but their degrees not recognized in the Western world. So my parents wanted us to have a degree, or a bachelor's degree or master's degree that's recognized in the Western world and worldwide. As an adult now, I realize how good I had it back home, because the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and people, as a young person or small. Boy, you kind of think, if I go over there, it'd be awesome, it'd be cool. But now as an adult, I'm like, man, I'm trying to go back home now. I know some people who don't like me personally in my city of Auckland, and unfortunately, I'm everywhere, and yeah, to be them.
We've been doing this for so long. You guys have no idea. You're just welcome to the party. We've been doing this for so long. Like I said, way back, we've been wearing New Zealand. On our back all over the world.
I don't pay attention to what anyone else says. I just focus on what I want to do.
The rules don't apply to me. But yeah, that's how I think. It might be my ego, but whatever.
We have other people coming to our shores and UFC Auckland, and we're going to defend the land.
The sacrifices we're making right now is for the greater good and for the next generation of fighters that we have coming up, because we got some killers coming up. So yeah, we're prepared to make those sacrifices, and I'm glad I have a team who is selfless enough to make those sacrifices regardless of the implications.
I have to do the same thing to give my body back to them, to help them get ready for their fights, no matter if it's on the amateur circuit, if it's on a B-League show or A-League show. We're not one of these gyms that after I finish my fight, I'll like 2 months on a holiday and then go chill at home, and then when I get a fight, I'll come back to the gym.